In a large skillet over medium heat, melt the butter. Add the onions and cook, stirring often for 10 to 15 minutes until they are soft and have turned a golden brown color. Add mushrooms and kale to the onions. Cook, stirring often until the mushrooms have softened and the kale is wilted. Season with salt and pepper. Sprinkle fresh herbs and walnuts into the wild mushroom mixture and stir for 1 minute. Turn the skillet to low and stir in the brioche and egg until just combined. Gently stir in the vegetable broth, but don't overmix or the brioche will fall apart and turn to mush. Bring the stuffing mixture to a simmer. Transfer the stuffing to a casserole dish sprayed with cooking spray. Cover the dish tightly with foil. Bake the stuffing at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Remove the foil from the casserole dish. Bake for an additional 10 minutes or until the top of the stuffing is nicely browned.
Do the typical holiday foods have you singing the blues because of your diet? Great news, friend! We've got an amazing grain-free, dairy-free, vegan stuffing recipe for you. Roast the butternut squash, apple, and leek with some olive oil and fresh rosemary. Toss the ingredients together, spread them on a baking sheet, and roast for about 30 minutes. The dry heat of the oven will caramelize the natural sugars in the ingredients and create a tongue-tantalizing depth of flavor. Heat olive oil in a skillet and sauté the onion and celery. Sautéing is a great way to bring out the onion's natural sweetness and tenderize the vegetables. Add the garlic and collard greens to the skillet and cook, stirring often until the greens are gorgeously wilted. Adding the garlic at this point instead of sautéing it with the onion and celery prevents the garlic from burning and allows its coveted flavor to infuse the greens. Here is where you bring all the ingredients together. In a large bowl, combine the roasted butternut squash mixture, collard green mixture, bread, and fresh herbs. Add just enough broth to moisten the bread. You may have broth left over. Save it for another use. Pour stuffing ingredients into a prepared baking dish and cover lightly with foil. Bake for about 25 minutes, then remove the foil. Continue to bake for 10 minutes uncovered or until the top of the stuffing is lightly browned. Put your stuffing on the Thanksgiving table and enjoy your family and friends fighting over who gets seconds.
Thanksgiving is the most celebrated meal of the year, and we want your stuffing to be a belly-filling reason for your holiday guests to cheer. Sizzle your sausage. Choose a well-seasoned sausage and remove its casings. Cook in a large skillet, breaking the meat apart as it cooks. Transfer the sausage to the cornbread mixture. Add diced onions, celery, and collard greens to the skillet with the hot oil. Season with salt and pepper. Cook the vegetables, stirring often until they're softened and the onions are a gorgeous golden brown. Add the vegetables to the cornbread mixture. To help the stuffing keep a tender yet toothsome texture, add eggs as binding. Whisk together eggs and turkey or chicken stock and pour over the cornbread mixture. The eggs give the stuffing a custard-like quality, and the stock enriches its flavor. Season with salt and pepper. Gently toss the stuffing ingredients, adding more stock to moisten if needed. Transfer the stuffing to a well-buttered baking dish and cover with buttered foil. Our all-American stuffing delivers all the festive flavors your family and friends love. Remove from the oven and let the stuffing sit for 10 minutes. Your all-American stuffing is ready to be devoured. Take your Thanksgiving stuffing to the table and enjoy the mouth-watering accolades of your holiday guests.
In a large bowl, combine a 1/4 cup of melted butter with the bread cubes. Toss to evenly coat the bread. Heat the remaining melted butter in a skillet and sauté the diced onion and celery until they are softened. Add garlic and saute briefly to release its aroma and flavor. Add the fresh herbs and cook just until wilted. Add the onion mixture to the buttery bread cubes and toss to evenly combine. Pour the broth into the bread mixture and toss to moisten the bread. Let the stuffing mixture sit for 10 to 15 minutes. Divide the stuffing into the cups of a lightly greased muffin pan. Bake the stuffing muffins for 20 to 25 minutes or until the tops of the muffins are golden brown and crusty.
In a large bowl, whisk together the chicken stock and eggs. This liquid is used as a moistener and binder for the other stuffing ingredients. Add the toasted sourdough bread cubes and toss to coat. Need a new stuffing recipe to serve next to your Thanksgiving turkey? Grab your menu planner because we've got the perfect stuffing recipe for you. Finally, let's cook. Add the onions and cook, stirring often for about 5 minutes or until the onions are softened. No need to fret about making a new stuffing recipe for your Thanksgiving table. Our ham, Gruyere, and onion stuffing may sound complicated, but it's actually laughably easy. Add the toasted sourdough mixture and diced ham to the skillet, stirring often for about 20 minutes. Remove the skillet from the heat and stir in the Gruyere cheese and fresh parsley. Our ham, Gruyere, and onion stuffing is a scrumptious sourdough stuffing featuring flavorful ingredients that bring new life to the traditional holiday side dish. Yes, we know traditional stuffing is cooked right inside the turkey as it roasts to juicy perfection. However, we prefer stuffing with a lighter texture. Slide your casserole dish into the oven and bake uncovered for 30 to 40 minutes. It's stuffing time! Cook the bacon until it's browned and crisp and transfer the bacon to a plate lined with paper towels to drain. Keep the bacon fat in the skillet. Add the aromatics. Onions, garlic, and celery lend the next layer of fabulous flavor when sizzled in the bacon fat. Now we add shiitake mushrooms to infuse the dish with a rich and distinctive gourmet earthiness. Cook the mushrooms along with the fresh parsley and sage until the mushrooms are softened. Let's put this stuffing together. It's time to add the wild rice, cornbread, and pecans. Along with this trio of tasty ingredients, stir in a generous amount of melted butter, diced dry apricots, broth, and brandy. The butter and broth add richness and moisture, while the dried apricots and brandy punctuate the stuffing with a bit of fruity sweetness. Finish off the stuffing with the crispy bacon bits.